Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Best, where I only serve the best of best contents. So please like and subscribe to the channel. And today we are going to discuss home buyer tips and buy your dream home. And this is really important presentation for anybody who is purchasing home. So please wait until the end of the presentation. You will get lots of tips and tricks and money saving tips. So let's jump right into it. So first, let's see what we will buy, what we will cover here today. So first thing is that uh, there is a proverb which says don't wait to buy real estate, but buy real estate and wait. So yeah, this is true. But really you have to understand that real estate is a long-term thing. It's not a short term. So if you are just buying real estate for short term, like short term is less than 5 years, then probably you may end up in losses. So make sure when you invest in real estate, you have the financial capacity to pay the mortgage and other bills for next 10 years in ideal scenario. If you don't have, then you probably will lose lots of money, or you may make money, depends on the market again. So let's see what are the important tips to buy your dream house. So first thing is overcome your fears. So obviously buying a house is a big decision. Not everybody is easy to buy the house because it's a long-term commitment to pay the mortgages, insurance, and property tax and all other bills. So this is very big decision of the life. Sometimes the biggest decision of your life because you can only afford obviously one home in most cases. Investment property comes as a second property, but so overcoming your fear is main thing. We'll discuss that later, but basically let's look at the benefits. So couple of benefits are there is financial perks. So if your property appreciate over the time, you get the money. Like it, everybody knows that in 1960s the house was worth let's say $60,000. Now it's worth above $1 million. So obviously your money grew there, and most likely you will end up paying your mortgage even at high interest rate is about 150K. So rest of the money is your gain. So versus if you rent it, you just lose all those money because you don't get any advantage of when you pay the rent. The second thing is ownership flexibility. So yeah, how usually people do is like first they buy the small house, what they can afford. Then once some equity gets built up, they sell that and buy the next bigger house, and then they keep growing until at certain point they feel like that house is their final dream house. And then when they retire, they sell that house, and whatever the gain they get, they use that money for the rest of retirement. So that's why home ownership is very important in USA and across the world. Now, next thing is the stability. So yeah, once you have your own home and if it's paid off, then you have pretty big stability because in everybody's finance, 99.99% the biggest expense is the home ownership expense. So if your mortgage is paid off, then usually you get you can save lots of money every month, and which you can use for your retirement or your travel or whatever hobby you have, or enjoy the summer, right? Or winter, depends wherever you are in the world. So that's the benefit. Next one is the part to ownership. So we'll discuss this in detail uh, going forward in next slides. And my commitment is this that we are here in together, and I'm here to serve you. I've been in real estate industry since 25 years, and I know in and out of everything. So please ask your question in the comments, and I will answer all of them. So yeah, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe this channel so I can create more videos like this, and I will answer your questions there. Now, what are the common fears before buying a home? So first thing is I can't afford to buy a home right now. Yes, that's true. Because until you do the math, you don't know how you can or can't afford. So you have to do your personal finance calculation. You have to see how much money, you have to see, look at your at least past 12 months of record. Like you and your spouse, how much money you are earning every month, net earning. Then out of it, how much is your must expense or average expense across the 12 months, and see how much you are saving the money. So that will give you the actual figure, like how much you can afford. Then you can see that obviously you will be paying rent if you don't own the house. So you can see that up till your monthly rental amount, whatever that amount is, let's say $2,000, then you can afford the home up to $2,000 per month of mortgage. And not only mortgage plus property tax plus insurance. So those two things you have to include and into your calculation. Then you will know how much you can afford. The next one is that right now, if you are paying rent, then it's going to your landlord's mortgage. Versus if you own the home, everything goes into your pocket. Plus, there are tax savings which makes the difference between rent and mortgage payment. So in USA, for example, you can write off your interest expense, and that one thing really good because whatever you pay the interest, you get the money back, and principal goes towards your equity. So let's say your home becomes from 100,000 to $1 million, then you get the 900,000 straight gain. Yeah, and then there are some tax tips to avoid paying any tax on that gain. So that I will discuss in next upcoming videos. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss that video. Now, next thing is that the question usually people ask is, I can't buy a home because my credit isn't good. So yes, so if credit is not good, that uh, first thing is that yeah, credit is very important because it will give you a lower rate. But it's also true that you can get, if the market is really slow, then I would suggest that you buy the home at lower price and pay higher interest, because then still even house prices will go up, you still don't have to pay that much amount, because your home you bought at cheaper price. Versus in interest rate, you may not end up paying much, because even if it's higher rate today, maybe lower rate tomorrow. When it's lower rate, you just locked in your lower rate, and that way you got the house at cheaper price, and also you paying lower rates, so you save money there. So that's how you should play this game of buying the house. Now, yeah, if your credit is not good, then first thing I would suggest is to improve your credit score. I'm going to upload a video soon, but if you need it urgently, then just comment in my section and I will create a video in priority and upload it so that you know how to improve your credit score. And I'm not an agent. I'm just normal person working 9 to 5 jobs. So I'm not affiliated with anything. I just don't promote products right now. So my opinion are 100% honest opinion about products and how you should do it, how you should build your normal day-to-day stuff, finance. So yeah, you can 100% rely on my content here right now. So once you have a poor credit and you talk to lenders, you actually honestly build up your credit using your credit card, uh, and you use your credit card almost everywhere and then pay it off before its deadline, so that it shows that you are paying everything on time and you are a good person and you It gives bank more confidence to give you a big mortgage. So, but yeah, you need to talk to your loan officer. You need to talk to different brokers who gives the mortgages, and you have to shop around. Now, next third question I usually get is, I don't have 20% set for down payment. Yes, that's true. But if you are a first-time homeowner buyer, then there are loan programs for first-time buyers with down payment as low as 5% or below. And then you just buy the house, and then when you have more money, then you just pay off. You just put it in principal, keep doing, and pay off your mortgage, and you are done. So when you are young, it's always better that you start this at a young age, so that by certain time, like 40, 50 of age, you can pay off your mortgage. The next one is common fear about before buying a home. So first thing is, everybody asks, should I pay off my student loan debt before buying a home? Yes, you should first pay off the student loan or any high interest credit card loans before you buy the home, because that loans otherwise will never end, and it is always a higher interest than homeowner loan, but it shouldn't prevent you from buying the home. Like, let's say you are making $3,000 per month, and then your student loan is taking 500 out of it. So you consider 2,500 with you, and then based on that, you buy the home. So maybe you may end up buying a little bit smaller house right now, but as I say, like once you build equity over the years, you sell it and buy the bigger house, and that's how you progress. Otherwise, if you try to save the money for bigger house, you may not be able to buy the bigger house in your lifetime, because bigger house need more down payment, and how from where are you going to get that much down payment, because your salary is usually remains fixed and you don't get that much raise. So yeah, you have to build the wealth gradually, but start early in when you are younger than later, because the later you start, the more it takes to pay off your mortgage and other bills. Now, next one is, should I wait until the market gets better? So, yes, theoretically, yes, but practically, it's not possible usually. Usually, you never know when it's a good time, when it's a bad time. Nobody knows the future. So, if you can afford buying home now, and if your country is doing good, the government is good, and if you think that for next 5, 10 years nothing will happen to your finances and government and things, it's just your best guess, then you should buy the house. But if you think that there is a recession coming because of tariffs and all those things, then you should wait until the market comes down. But again, there's nobody in the world, not even realtors or anybody, can predict when the real estate market will bottom out, or it will go up, or it will go down. Everything is pretty dynamic and pretty volatile. So your thing is that you have to see, like, if you can afford a house for a couple of years, then you just buy it. That's it. Yeah. The next one is, will the hiring real estate agent save me time? Yes, you have to buy. You need to have a good real estate agent. I know you don't have to hire a buyer's agent, but my buyer's agent usually saves you a much more headache down the line. For example, if you have good agent, he can save you from expensive repairs of the house. Like, he will tell you that what are the red flags in the uh, house, and that way, like, you know that you know that how to you save the money basically. Even you pay 2%, 2.5% usually, but that thing, it goes a long way in order to save you money. Otherwise, if you buy any house, then you get buy without registration. Most of time you get into trap, um, and then yeah, that thing happens. Now, next thing is benefits of owning your home. So, what are benefits? So, one thing is tax benefits. So, in USA, you can pay the interest on your mortgage, so property tax and other cost involved in buying a house. So that's really good, right? Because you tax your this expense, interest expense gets right off. from your income tax, and then on top of it, whatever money you pay to principal will go into equity. So at the end, you make so much money, save the money. The next thing is uh, savings. So savings is you build the equity in your home. So you can generally take $250,000 out of your uh, savings plan without having to pay any federal income tax. So that's really good. The next one is predictability. So unlike rent, the fixed mortgage payment don't rise over the years, so your house cost will remain same. Versus if you rent and your house, as long as landlord keep increasing rent, you have to pay more and more. The next one is freedom. So the home is yours. You can decorate whatever you need to do. You don't have to ask landlord. You are your own boss. You can decorate, make nice uh, changes inside the house, and you enjoy your house. The next one is stability. So if you are in good community, you can enjoy the long stability. For example, I moved to this house when my daughter was one in grade one and my son was just starting the school. So um, what happened is that now it's 8 to 10 years has passed, and they both went into same elementary school in my neighborhood with walking distance, and it really helped us go to job, and they just come home by or by themselves walking back, and it saved our jobs, usual 9 to 5 jobs, and also they had a stability, right? Now, part two, home ownership. So there is a part two home ownership is one is you have to find the realtor. There are many realtors here, so but you have to make sure you interview everyone and see the main things you have to. Ideally, you have to find a realtor based on your other person's experience. If your friend refers to it, and the friend should be also a good friend, not someone who just refer it because the realtor may give him some commission back. So yeah, make sure you don't find that kind of referral realtor, but you interview a lot of them. If you want more tips on finding a realtor, just comment below, and then I will create a video for it, the detailed video with tips, and then you can use it. Because I have been in, as I say, like home ownership more than 25 years in real estate, so I can give lots of tips there. The next thing very important is get pre-approved. Yeah, many people don't do this, but it is very expensive mistake if you don't do it. So first go to bank, get the mortgage pre-approval. They will tell you the exact amount of mortgage amount you can qualify for, and then rest of the down payment you can put, and that will give you the real figure minus the closing expenses of 2 to 3%. So yeah, make sure you do that calculation before starting a house, and make sure the next main thing is that tell your realtor less amount than you can afford, because most realtors are will show you house 50,000 $100,000 more, and then that thing will lead you into financial strain, and you don't want that. So it's always better that, let's say, if you can afford 600K house, tell your realtor that you can only afford 500K house, and that way you have $100,000 buffer. If any good house you see, then you can still have the buffer to pay more for that house. You don't get into realtor trap of upselling so that they get more commission. Now with that, next thing we go is let's find your home. So yeah, based on your affordability and criteria, search the home. Visit, first thing is visit the neighborhoods. Buy the resale home versus new construction, because resale home is usually cheaper than pre-construction. Also, resale home has everything you need to have, fans, deck, whatever expensive things need to be have, it's already there. And plus, you can see the neighborhood, right? You can see which kind of people lives in there. If it's crime neighborhood, don't you won't buy there, right? And if it is good neighborhood like where I live, with schools, good school in it, then all the people with young kids will live in it, and it will be perfect neighborhood for you to live. So that's what you have to see. The fourth one is make an effort, offer and negotiate. So yeah, make sure you only uh, put a realistic offer. Don't go into hype that bidding war or anything like that. You just let's say it's you think it's you have to think what is the house worth, not your realtor. Your realtor may say it's worth 600K, but if you think 500K is the realistic value, then just offer 500K and stick to it. Don't come into pressure by your realtor because realtors will always try to push you up. So make sure you make the offer only that way. And another thing is always put less money deposit versus higher deposit because realtors always try to put bigger deposit because then you get into binding. But it's always your benefit to put less amount of deposit. The next one is home appraisal, inspection, and titles. Also, home appraisal, the bank will do usually, so you don't have to worry. The home inspection is a must. So you have to hire your own home inspector, not the one your realtor suggests, because you have to Google it, search in your area who has the 5-star reviews, or ask references from your friends, good friends, the best friends who has really who are real your good friends, and you know that you can trust them. So if they give some reference, then yeah, you go with that kind of home inspector. And then last one is because my personal experience is home inspector had saved me thousands of dollars. So definitely it's a must have. Then yeah, then next thing is the title company. So they do title search. So usually lawyer does the title search, and then they come up with their results. And yeah, it's usually you just buy the title insurance. That's I would highly recommend. I mean, 100%, 115% I recommend, because without title insurance you are screwed. So yeah, make sure you buy the title insurance. And the last one is close your home. So when everything is done, you sign the final contract, and after maybe month or two, whenever it's closing date, you take the funds to your lawyer, and then you can close the transaction, and then you will get your key. So if you need to know more detail, just comment below in video, and then I will make a detailed video on that. And then yeah, my commitments to you. So yeah, how to choose the right realtor. So first thing is it should be transparent and honest realtor. There is a ability the realtor should listen to your needs, not what he wants to sell. The another thing is find a home that fits your criteria, not what realtor suggests. You listen to realtors. Some realtors may give you good tips, so yeah, listen to them. That's for 100% sure, but not just what he says. Coordinate with other trustworthy professionals. So yeah, you have to talk to people, negotiate, make sure that your realtor negotiate your behalf. I had a good realtor who negotiated on my primary home, and I saved lots of money on that. So I'm still happy with it. Next one is the realtor should also be the guy who will support you even after closing the transaction, because many realtors then don't even look at you once they get paid by their commission. And yeah, so these are some lovely photos of interior. Hope you will buy such a nice home soon, and all the best. Comment below with your questions, and I will create a new video for you which will help you out. And thank you so much. We appreciate your time, and like and subscribe the channel, and see you soon. Thank you.